The topic for this session is talking to the baby in the womb. And for this, we have got a very internationally reputed Dr. Andal Bhaskar. Dr. Bhaskar is the first to start video laparoscopy in Nellore district and has been trained by Dr. Mitra of Apollo Hospital. She is trained in ultrasound at Mediscan Center system. She presented a paper in a National Clinical Psychologist Conference at SRMC, Chennai in the year 2001 on the reasons for conception, perception of couples from infertility clinic with certain organic and demographic profile. She was awarded gold medal for the best paper in the year 2006 at Cornell. Shabas, come on, what is the spirit, man? Chalo, जोर से तालियां होनी चाहिए. For the topic, psychosocial reasons for increase in incidence of cesarean sections and remedial measures. This is equally important. In fact, for your information, the national statistics says that we are almost reaching towards 50% cesarean sections, which is a very alarming figure, and we all have a role to play. In fact, government is also coming up with a strategy to give them in final orders, especially for the private sector people who are doing in and out cesarean sections. They are the guidelines from the family welfare department. She was a speaker invited to Pune on the National Health and Happiness Conference held in May 2011 by Pune Obstetrics and Gynecological Society on the importance of diet and exercise in health. She has done her original research work on recurrent spontaneous abortion, which has been published in the international journals like Human Reproduction, Tissue, Antigens, etc. She is presently working as holistic approach in the treatment of infertility by treating both the body, mind together, by assessing and treating all factors including physical, psychological, social, and sexual dimensions of infertility. She gives training to pregnant mothers who are not only healthy child, but intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually an excellent child by increasing maternal-child bonding during pregnancy itself. Fantastic, fabulous work. She deserves a big round of applause for this. By the way, because see, there are only few, I should not say this, but I'm telling the fact. People who have done MBBS, MD, there are only few people who are actually practicing Garbha Sanskar. So in this way, I think if you go to see, she has done a tremendous good job. She gives, as I have already said, she has given trainings to a lot of people, youngsters, dynamic students, consciously promoting mothers to be happy always in pregnancy, which influences the child. As Sant Tukaram says, Mana karare prasanna sarva siddhiche karana. So your mind should be happy and it's all mind game. She has YouTube channel, Andal Fertility channel, with almost 900 videos on pregnancy and infertility. What a lovely job, madam. So nice of you. We are really honored and privileged to have you with us over here. She has been conducting extensive patient education programs regularly for last 12 years. Ek tap. You know, tap is 12 years. And Dr. Bhaskar had produced 13 episodes of tele-serials called Oh Papa Lali. Oh Papa Lali for infertility patients, aired in 2001 in City Cable Network throughout Andhra Pradesh, and 24 episodes of tele-serials on pregnancy called as Om MAATU Devo Bhava, aired in Gemini channel in the year 2008, which was nationally and internationally and highly appreciated. Her area of interest in infertility and high-risk obstetrician with special interest in recurrent abortion. She has trained about 25 doctors in obstetrics and gynecology till now. She has been awarded Dharma Dubey Special Award, Inspiring Indian Woman. Great achievement, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for this. See, I'll just tell you another important thing. Yesterday I had come to know, which when I tell you that you take it very lightly, there is something called talam, and this is special, this thing in Vedic literature. There are 16 types of taliyan. Sir has told me yesterday, आगे से बजाने वाली, पीछे से, आगे ऊपर से, नीचे से, थाइस पर, चेस्ट पर, एब्डोमेन पर, दूसरे के सर पे, खुद पे सर पे. So there are so many things you can do. So don't take it lightly. Again, I repeat, all your acupressure points will be stimulated. You'll remain active. And यहाँ सोना पाएगा. कोई सो ना पाएगा. Otherwise you'll be thinking, अरे सोना किधर है क्या? So that's why this is important. Dr. Bhaskar has given many public talks in obstetrics and gynecology for societies, schools, colleges. Also addressed the medical students of University College of Medical Sciences, including Malaysia. She has conducted webinars with TV channels and Siddhaveda University Center for Transdisciplinary Studies in USA. See, I told you, now as you are going, now देखो कितने class के लोग आएंगे हम. Has given talk in the first World Community on Mental Well-being at Dubai. Now you have to just name, and we have the country. As well as in Global Yoga Summit at Bangalore. And she has traveled across the country as well as so many countries in the world. And she has propagated a message of love and affection. Dr. Andal has written a book called Talking to the Baby in the Womb. Janna hi hoga. Regarding ancient wisdom for modern women. This book is available in multiple languages. Okay, what a big achievement. Dekha? So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Andal Bhaskar with a big round of applause. Jor se. Yes. Koi so na paye.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all of you. It's a pleasure to share my experiences with you. And my pranams to God Almighty, my parents and brother, and my gurus and mentors, and the mothers whose experiences have been the lessons for me, and Dr. Bhaskar, my husband, who has been a solid support, and my team who understood my passion, and they provide homely atmosphere in the hospital so that we can produce happy and easy conception with very good children and easy and safe normal delivery. And I am extremely thankful to Swami Vijnananandji, Gajanan Kelkarji and Geeteshji for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences and on talking to the baby in the womb of GARBHA VIDYA. To understand better, you need to know why I developed the need to know this technique and how the feedbacks from the mothers made me know about the magnificent benefits to the mother, to the baby, and to the world at large with this seemingly simple technique. So once an elderly woman asked me, Amma, in our days, we used to deliver babies very easily. I really wonder, with all these advancements, why you people are struggling to deliver normally. The truth in her words really shook me. I realized it was an awakening call. Later, I found out the amazing wisdom of our ancestors in the pre-hospital, the era, that is the home delivery era. There was no knowledge, no facilities. But our elders had keen observation and strong sense of responsibility. So they observed when the expectant mother is relaxed and happy, the delivery is short and easy. When she was under stress, the delivery was prolonged and difficult. So they prepared her physically and mentally. During pregnancy, they repeatedly told her, if you do household work, you will deliver easily. And at the time of delivery, only brave women were with her who constantly reassured her. In today's scenario, we have all the knowledge, all the facilities, and the mother is doing exercise and yoga. But the family is not giving adequate support because family thinks it is the doctor's responsibility. And the doctor is trained only to treat the body. We are not taught to know the impact of the mind over the body. And mothers these days, They don't share their doubts or fear even with the close people like husband or the mother. So then I realized the need to have a technique where the mother can practice herself like yoga and meditation, which will make her happy and confident. So that when she is relaxed and happy, I can do easy normal delivery like those days. So that was my purpose. So I was frantically searching for it. So I learned it, as the saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. A North Indian expectant mother was taking treatment with me. So she didn't know the local language and she was always coming alone. But she was smiling and there is no complaints. That was unusual. So when I probed her to know the secret of her happiness, then she said, I'm talking to my baby. When I talk aloud or talk silently, mentally, the baby moves and talks back to me. She said, we cook together, we shop together. Then I realized this is what I was searching for, and that was my eureka moment. So, and this technique is nothing new. It is our age-old concept of Prahlada and Abhimanyu, but it is a better and extended version of it. This is a conversation of the mother and baby during pregnancy. And when the mother talks, the baby moves. So movement is the language of the unborn baby. Almost all the mothers will be talking to their babies. But it is a monologue. We are under the impression the baby doesn't know anything. And it is an inert being during pregnancy. But if the mother wholeheartedly talks to the baby and be a little patient, she can evoke a response from the baby and develop a bonding with the baby. So now science has proved that this Prahlada Abhimanyu concept is correct. And let us see what it is. And let us know the mechanism of this technique. The baby is connected to the mother through the umbilical cord. Along with the nutrition, the mother's thoughts and feelings also pass to the baby through the medium of hormones. So when the mother is happy, happy hormones are released and it reaches the baby, baby is also happy. When the mother is under stress, the stress hormone released, baby is also under stress. But we need to remember only when the stress is deep-rooted and chronic, then it has a lasting effect on the baby. If it is a short-term stress, doesn't have much effect. And also, studies have proved that the 5 senses of the baby are reasonably well developed by 7th month of pregnancy. And of this, hearing and touch are very well developed. We need to remember this point. Through hearing and touch, we can reach the baby better and build the bonding strongly. And baby is connected to the external world through the 5 senses of the mother. That means it shares the sensory experiences of the mother. So baby shares her likes and dislikes through the movements in matters of smell, taste, touch, song and people. I am really amazed how our elders those days insisted that the expectant mothers should read only good books, see only good things and hear only good things. And this is how it is, without any evidence of scientific proof, was not there at that time, but the observation, and they did it. And now we have a clipping, that video about our mother sharing her taste experiences of the baby. These videos are recorded in the local language Telugu with a voiceover in English.
We can enjoy a lot, we can talk to children a lot, we can observe their response, we come to know what their likes and dislikes are. If I drink bitter gourd juice, They don't like. They don't like me eating garlic. Uncomfortable feeling, ma'am. They like sweets and songs. The kid in the womb will dance almost instantaneously. The kid recognizes it before I swallow it. We can enjoy a lot.
So we all have conscious and subconscious mind. And the conscious mind is an analytical mind. It questions whether it is right or wrong. And conscious mind is developed after birth. Whether the subconscious mind, it receives, records and executes. And it doesn't ask any question. And during pregnancy, it is the subconscious mind that is very well developed in the baby. So that is why this primary recording is done of any person is done during pregnancy by the mother and through the mother. So for scientific studies have proved that our baby is during pregnancy is a conscious one. It has feelings. It shares mother's feelings, shares her sensory experiences, expresses its likes and dislikes, and it can be programmed during pregnancy. It has been done, but consciously we can program the baby if we know these things. So for better practice of talk to baby technique, I divided it into 3 steps. The first step is by 5th or 6th month, the mother is able to feel the moments. The first step is listening to a song. We ask the mother to listen to a song she likes. So daily. After a few days, the mother starts observing the moment the song is played, the baby starts moving. After a few days of regular movement of the baby, she comes to the conclusion that the baby is able to listen, able to enjoy the song and express its joy through the moments. And she knows it is not a casual moments because these moments are specific. The moment the song is played, the moment starts. And these moments are prompt and consistent moments. So this is how the mother comes to understand that the baby can respond to song. Then she becomes confident. Then the baby can respond to my talk also. So then she starts introducing herself and introducing the family members, sharing her likes and dislikes, sharing her work, where she is going and all those things, and the baby responds. And the mother comes to understand that is the baby's talking back. So over a period of time, the mother develops this bonding, and also the moment she is able to discriminate, differentiate. When the baby likes, the moment is smooth and harmonious. When the baby doesn't like or it hates, it gives a poking moment. So that difference she is able to understand. And how the bond develops. The mother, she comes to know the likes and dislikes of the moment, and she comes to know the person she is carrying. It is no more a luggage. And then when she shares her love for the baby, it responds, and then she understands that the baby is able to understand my love. That gives her happiness. And with this familiarity, in day-to-day life, some small problem, the mother will be easily asking the baby, you please help me to sort out this. And the baby does it. And this gives me confidence to the mother. My baby is, why should I worry for anything? This is the mother becomes happy and confident. And for the baby becomes very happy. The mother is loving me. Mother is talking to me. And the baby is in complete alignment with the mother and is willing to do anything for the mother. Sometimes the mother maybe casually just wish and it executes. And also sometimes the mother may not have developed bonding. In desperation, she may ask, do this. And the baby does. We'll see an example for this. And in a day-to-day life, when the mother asks for any help, when the baby does it, over a period of time, I developed the conviction during pregnancy, the baby is in direct contact with God. And it is willing to do help to the mother. I have seen overcoming many medical problems and family issues sorted out, which otherwise would be very difficult. So baby has immense potential.
When you told me about Talk to Baby, like everyone, I too ignored it first. I didn't take it that seriously. Maybe I didn't feel its need. I was vomiting a lot throughout my journey. When they kept the probe during the scan, I was getting vomit heavily. From morning 11 to evening 4, it was a closing time in half an hour. At least 5 to 6 members checked me. I started to feel tense. Why these many people are? When I asked them, they told me not to panic. To know the thickness of the neck, we need baby to be in certain position. If baby turns its position, it'll be over, they told me. I was unable to bear it due to vomiting sensation. When they kept the probe, suddenly something you told struck my mind. I kept my hand on my belly and said 3 times, I'm unable to bear it. I don't know what will happen if it takes some more time. If you just make a turn, it will be over. Doctors are saying, please cooperate with us. I said my baby only 3 times. Madam, please hold on. Baby has turned, they said. That moment I believed in Talk to Baby.
So this will be a very inspiring experience. Anytime I listen to it. So that is how baby is cooperative. And as I said, during day-to-day life, small things also, like to stop vomiting, to increase hemoglobin, decrease urine infection, and back pain to subside, constipation to be relieved. All these things the mother asks, the baby does. But we need to know, for these things to happen, these results are not uniform, because only when the mother does it with love, faith and desire, then the baby does these things. And the mother, once the results happen, the mother accepts this. Yes, I asked my baby, the baby heals. What is the big thing in it? It becomes very casual, common for her. For others who are logically oriented, this is something miraculous and magical. But once the bond is there, this is normal. And this lady has been asking for the baby to help in the day-to-day life. Let us see the video.
I used to do exercises that a normal delivery requires. Sometimes my baby used to climb up. I would tell my baby, if you move up, I find it very difficult. This exercise is just 20 seconds. You please move down. You can move up later if you want. My baby would go down immediately. While going to any place in a car, I used to get frequent urination. I'm on a trip. I can't use toilet everywhere, so I must avoid urination for 3 hours. I used to tell my baby, and I used to have 3 hours of pleasant trip without any trouble. I used to have trips and I did workouts well. I never had the feeling that I was pregnant. My baby has supported me like anything.
And yes, mothers after some time gave me the feedback that during pregnancy, whatever qualities they wanted the baby to have, after birth they noticed the babies had exactly those qualities. Then it struck me that we can mold the personality of the baby during pregnancy itself. So once the bonding is strong, and the mother has love for the baby, and lovingly when she does the affirmation, keeping a hand on the abdomen and touching the baby, it is like fondling the baby, like a gentle massage, because then that will have more effect on the baby, will get connected better. So then she says her dreams about the baby, the qualities the baby should have and should not have, and then it gets recorded in the subconscious mind of the baby, and this is the primary recording about the personality. And Dr. Thomas Verney, what he says is exactly right. It makes a difference whether the person is conceived in haste, hate or love. So I always tell this, the mothers who plan for pregnancy and during pregnancy, you can mold the personality, and when the mother and father gives a lot of support, express their love, the personality is going to be completely positive. And this is how the recording can be likened to gold plating. And when the mother, as I said, when the mother talks lovingly and the baby is in complete alignment with the mother, the baby's subconscious mind can be likened to a wet cement. So the recordings go very deep. It leaves a lasting impact, that is imprint on the wet cement. And it has, like, we know some qualities last from womb to tomb, and that is how this programming, when it is done during pregnancy. And what happens to the brain of the baby, the wiring becomes very strong. Later I'll explain about this. So in the baby's brain it is wiring. For us it is imprint on the wet cement. And after some time, when the baby grows up, we ask them to do this personality molding in areas of behavior, intelligence, arts and sports. Anything, I don't give any restriction, according to the mother's wish. And the beauty is, it all depends on the intensity of the mother's feelings. So the baby does those things easily, effortlessly, with high degree of precision, with situational brilliance, and it is pleasing to the soul. My favorite example in this is when the first child is a special child, that is when it is physically or mentally challenged, and the mother talks to the baby in the womb that it should be attached to the older brother or sister, and it should be supportive of it always, and the baby gives movement and the mother gets reassured. After birth, they see the baby is really attached to the baby. At the age of 2 or 3 years, this baby will be always doting on the older sibling, and it will behave as though it is a willing bodyguard, and which gives immense pleasure to the mother. And this is how the recording is done. Now the benefits to the mother. This is especially useful where the mothers had previous history of miscarriages or the first baby was lost for some reason. And these mothers will be under a lot of stress, but when they practice talk to baby, ask the baby to be in the womb till 9th month, and the baby gives the moment, they get reassured, the pregnancy is smooth with successful outcome. And the second thing is, in day-to-day life, when the mother asks anything, the bonding is strong, the mother asks easily, you come out, you also don't strain yourself, don't strain much about me, come out easily, and the baby moves. And the easy and safe normal delivery is very much possible. We have a video on it. I don't have time. Later we can discuss how easy normal delivery is possible. There is a small tip only, I can explain later. And after delivery, bringing up these talk to baby children are very easy. We specifically tell them in the 9th month. You ask the baby to have easy breastfeeding, and the babies should sleep well during night, from night 11 o'clock to morning 4 or 5, so that mother and baby sleep well, and bringing up these children are very easy. Now video. For how this lady, she had a feeling that she was not fit to conceive because she had to reduce weight and only then she has to go for pregnancy, but she conceived unexpectedly. But when I asked her to practice this talk to baby technique, she became positive, and let us hear from her.
The moment when I spoke to you, the moment then turned positive. I'm conceived, that means my body accepted it. I realized it. So I kept telling my baby, you must give confidence, not me giving you. If there is a problem, I can't take it. I can't accept it. I get the feeling that I am not correct. My energy will go down. So you must not give me any problem. Whatever I told, baby really listened to me, ma'am. My family history has diabetes, BP and all. Not a single day I had any complaint about amniotic fluid or sugar or BP. My weight also has increased only to the desired level. I didn't have any food restriction either. If we take food, ma'am suggested by talking to baby, it will accept it. If I wanted to eat anything, I had it. at least a little bit. We should not restrict it. But if you follow their diet chart seriously, there won't be any tension. I had that confidence, and hence I didn't find the need to go to my mother's house. I didn't need anyone's assistance either. No one was there to help us except me and my husband the entire 9 months. I didn't have pains throughout the morning on the delivery day. I was admitted at 7 the day before. I was happily all the way. Contractions started at 9 in the morning, but I didn't notice. I was not in that mindset at all. I left everything on ma'am and stayed relaxed and happy. I had my breakfast and lunch that day. Mild pain started at 3 in the afternoon. I kept on pleading my baby not to trouble me. He didn't trouble me at all. Between 3 and 3 p.m., mild pain started. At 4:30, ma'am told me to do exercise to enhance the flexibility for easy delivery. So I was doing exercise, climbing the staircase up and down. At 4:30, the mild pain started again. At 5 p.m., pain increased slightly. I went into the theatre at 5:30. I delivered my baby at 5:57. It was so miraculous to us that the whole process was over in just 20 minutes. My baby helped me in my pregnancy too. Once in every 2 hours, he opens his eyes, I feed him and falls asleep. He's only doing 2 things. Whatever is his duty, he is following it, ma'am. Night times, he is sleeping, and hence I am also sleeping peacefully. I didn't expect that I would be this active now. Everyone frightened me. You can't stand and walk for at least 10 days after delivery. They all told me 1 hour after coming out of the theatre, I could walk with the help of sisters. I was discharged within 24 hours of my delivery. Nobody could believe it. I was discharged, went home and roaming here and there happily. Are you the mother? Have you delivered a baby? The pediatrician asked me with astonishment. I only took my kid to the pediatrician for checkup. The whole process was over happily without any complications, ma'am. Everything will be positive. That is what we learn from you, ma'am.
Thank you. And what are the benefits to the baby? It's a short-term and long-term benefits. Short-term benefit is the womb song, what the mother listens to. We ask them to use it as a lullaby, and during breastfeeding also we play it so that it becomes easy for both the mother and the baby. When the baby cries, again it becomes a stress buster, this womb song. We ask them to do talk to baby more after birth, because they can see the baby, touch the baby, and continue this. Ask the baby to sing the song itself as the baby grows 2 or 3 years, and this will be the lifelong stress buster we are giving to the baby. And the long-term bonding, and this is very much close to my heart. The best result of Talk to Baby is the lifelong companionship of the mother and the baby, which starts in the womb. The mother and baby understand the mutual, they realize their mutual understanding, mutual love and support. And this makes them both strong and confident. The other important benefit is we can mold the personality in the areas of, as I've said, intelligence, behavior, sports and arts. But I always say it is the behavior that must be focused, given focus. And so with that, we have to produce great leaders and great citizens with strong family bonding and success with spotless character, which will help in nation building and restoring global peace. Another important preventive benefit is this Talk to Baby mothers, because they are happy and confident, the incidence of autism and ADHD will come down a lot, because one of the main reasons for autism is maternal stress. And this is the mother sharing her experience, how her sons are behaving.
While I was in bed rest and in distress, I would tell my baby, This is my fear. You don't take it. Nothing will happen. I'm okay now. You don't be scared. I take a great care of you. Prior to conception, when doctor told me, your follicles are good. You can conceive at any time. I felt happy. I went for an evening walk, looked at the sky. I believe in energy. So I told my body, baby, my body is ready. Come at any time. I am ready to give you 100% safety. I couldn't give that safety to my baby 3 times before. So I promised my baby that I would give it 100% safety. My conception happened just in a week and things followed subsequently. Whenever I gave any negative thought, I don't encourage them. When a thought makes us cry, it is an emotion. If we don't keep that feeling for a long, it doesn't impact us. We must keep our Lakshmana Rekha strong. My second boy is such a loving one and he is 17 years old now. He understands my feelings even before I disclose them. When I ask him, how do you know it? He says, I can make out, Mom, I know your feelings. He has a motherly touch and a helping nature. He has all the qualities that I wanted him to see. Though I didn't tell him a few things when in womb, he developed the qualities and attitude. I always want every boy to respect every lady, whether it is wife or mother or sister or friend or anybody in the society. Today my first son behaves very well with us, with his wife and with every lady. The respect and support my sons give to women is quite amazing. You can think of qualities you want your son or daughter to have. You can transform your thoughts into reality.
So, this is about the impact of meditation on the child.
Using Talk to Baby technique, I kept molding my baby. We have an opportunity to design the personality of our baby through Talk to Baby. Pregnancy is not just the physical status of baby, it's also about the mental status, the thoughts. All these things influence the baby. Secondly, I used to meditate during pregnancy. It has become a part of my pregnancy journey. You might have seen him in the video. My boy is just 15 months old now. Between 6:30 and 7:30, he will come and sit to do meditation. No one tells him to do so. He will do it on his own.
So, that is about the benefits to the baby. Now, many people will be asking how to develop intelligence of the baby, and we'll see this now. So, we all know the importance of diet and exercise in improving the intelligence, and the main thing is, apart from that, as I already told, we need to remember these things. We can reach the baby, bond with the baby, mold the baby through talking and through touching. So, when this is talking, not only it is talking, and it is singing or listening to a song and storytelling and fondly touching the baby. All this improve the IQ by 15 points. And what sort of stories we ask them to read? It is religious scriptures, biographies, moral stories and verses. Because these mothers should remember they can be told, and they must be told at bedtime stories as the children grow up. And regarding the storytelling, it increases the IQ and language skill, pattern recognition and communication skill. And the important thing about storytelling is when the mother or some elders, they tell it lovingly, and the way they tell the story, and if there is a role model in that story, it goes very deeply, get recorded into the in the child. And we all know Jija Mata designed by telling stories from Ramayana and Mahabharata, and designed the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, and that is the cue we have to take. And this mother has read stories of Nobel laureate during pregnancy, and she shares the impact on her child.
When I was in 4th month, I have started to talk to my baby in intellectual manner. I have gained knowledge about many intellectual things and spoke about Nobel Prize winners and their categories like peace, physicians, physics, science. Only 210 days were left for my delivery, and there were 210 Nobel Prize winners in that book. Ronald Rose was also included. We have a detailed discussion about one Nobel Prize winner per day. I have read a book named Plants Have Life, which has been written by Jagadish Chandra Bose. I have an idea that I am going to read lot of books in this month regarding scientists. I had a thought of making her a scientist as well. She may get a Nobel Prize. Whenever I stopped reading the book, I felt an unusual kick from my baby signaling to continue reading. I kept on reading various books for her during pregnancy. After delivery, I have observed my child's intention to read books. As if now she had 1,000 books, and without any hesitation, she offers her books to others. She shares her toys. Her basic conversations are trusting parents, not lying to parents, reading voraciously, creating a career path, having empathy for others are her strengths.
And next to storytelling, it is the music. Music activates both the hemispheres of the brain, and it helps in learning and improving the memory, increase the IQ by 11 points. And this is about pregnancy. And after pregnancy also, we must do this talk to baby, and especially this molding the personality, we must do it even more avidly. Why? Because this slide will explain this. The topic of our concept is 1,000 days after this thing, 1,000 days to develop the personality. And after at the time of birth, the size of the brain is 1/3 of the adult, and the nerve connection, the synaptic connections are 2,500. At 2 years, the brain size reaches up to 80%, and the synaptic connections are 15,000. So that means the wiring can be done. So when a thought occurs, or when we insert a thought into the baby, the nerve connections, they join. It is called firing. When it is repeatedly done, when a thought is repeatedly driven, it becomes strong. It is called wiring. So when the wiring becomes strong, the personality is strong, the action is strong. So this is why it has to be done. I really appreciate our elders. Repetition is the key. They had known it. So for any belief to be instilled in us, they used to tell it in the proverb. So by repeating it, it gets into our head. So at the time of crisis, we remember that, and that is going to help us. Like that, this repetition is a key for the personality molding. And how we are going to do after birth? This is by touching and talking. Touching is taking the baby, holding, hugging, and massaging. Massaging is very good impact on the baby because it gets connected easily. And massaging also, while doing massaging, especially while bathing, they'll do the massage. We can talk to the baby and do the massage. And also talking to the baby and singing and storytelling, all these things we can do and we have to do. And at 3 certain times when we tell these things, this gets directly into the subconscious mind. That is while bathing, while clothing, while feeding the baby. And when the baby is happy, the IQ is more, because there is an interconnection between the happiness and the intelligence fibers. And another thing is, important thing is the emotional intelligence, the character building. And EQ is the root and IQ is the shoot. And the education, the goal of true education is intelligence plus character. And when the joint family system was there, our elders passed on the culture and tradition and moral values for so many generations. With the breakup of the joint family system, we stopped giving importance to moral values when we started giving importance only to education. The result is our children are excelling in all fields. Their public life is glorious, whereas the personal life is miserable. We have more broken homes, increased suicide rates, and increased crime rates. So we are partly responsible for it. And we have to feel it. And we are helpless spectators for this tragic situation. So what to do? It's easy to build strong children than to repair broken men. So we need to take inspiration from our freedom movement. Those days, only 2% of the then population took part in the freedom movement, and we got the Swaraj. During that time, great leaders were born across the country only during that time. It is because mothers at that time had strong desire and intention that they should produce children to be given to the service of the country. And now we should take the cue. The like-minded people should join together and should feel that we should produce great leaders and great citizens with strong family bonding, success with spotless character. And we should pass it on, instill it in young children, school and college children, newlywed couple, and expecting mothers. We need to try to motivate. What I tell, sometimes these mothers, they'll not be interested. Then I realized only I will tell. So whenever I see the mother, you will have a very good child, you will have a very, because it is my passion, it is my madness, so I have to do it. So I start doing it, so slowly it gets instilled into them. My staff also started telling it. So it is not only the mother, we should make it a habit that only good children should be born, not only in our country, throughout the world, to to contribute to nation building and global peace. And this lady shares, this is the last video, shares her contribution, how she feels.
Many people don't insist on good behavior. They think that having academic excellence is enough. If a kid has good behavior and other qualities, it does well in academics too automatically. We don't have to push them towards it. No one should point this finger at my children. That is what I can give to our society.
So I conclude my talk with the quote of Margaret Sanger. When motherhood is the fruit of deep yearning and not due to accident or ignorance, then its children will become the foundation of a new race. So together, let us dream and make it happen. Very good, very great leaders and very great citizens, not only in our country, throughout the world. Third World War should not happen. And let this be our vow. I am extremely happy that Swamiji has this freedom fighters videos in the Mind Gym. And let us be inspired by him and take this one thought. Let us produce, and we can produce great leaders and great children. And because once the thought becomes strong, this is going to be an emotion, yad bhavam tad bhavati, and it is going to happen one day. And thank you all for I have written a book based on our experiences talking to the baby in the womb, and it is in 5 languages. And we have a YouTube channel called Andal Fertility channel. We have over 900,000 videos. The highlight is the pregnant mothers and the delivered mothers, they share their experiences. It will be inspiring videos. Many, they share their life experiences. These are all only clippings. There will be full videos. And many of the mothers, they have their doubts cleared and they get easily inspired. So thank you all so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.